Streets. We all use them. Whether it's driving a car, walking your dog, biking to work, or just going for a stroll. It's funny when you ask someone what makes a complete street. Is it planters, murals, bike lanes, benches, or even skate parks? Should these things really take priority over more pressing issues?
Women in Wellington say they are increasingly feeling unsafe in the central city at night. The rate of sexual violence in the region has increased by almost 50%.
Never walk alone at night. A saying ingrained in women's lives by their sisters, mothers, and friends who all seem to have a story too. Don't forget your pepper spray, your escape route, your keys between your knuckles, or the self-defense you were taught in 6th grade. Because sometime along the way, getting home became a luxury.
Recently, the Sarah Everard case has brought a lot of attention to this issue. Sarah was a 33-year-old woman from South London walking home from a dinner at her friend's house. It was around 9 p.m., she was on the phone with her boyfriend, and she was wearing reflective rain gear. She did everything right, but she still got abducted and murdered.
Text me when you get home are the parting words women say to each other when they split ways to make sure they actually made it home safe.
Wednesday evening, detectives investigating the disappearance of Sarah Everard discovered a body secreted in woodland in Kent. The body has now been recovered and a formal identification procedure has been undertaken. I can now confirm that it is the body of Sarah Everard.
Sarah is one of the thousands of women who were taken too soon. While this event may have occurred on the other side of the world, it is not foreign to our locals. These young girls come from all across BC. Mindy Tran, who is 10 years old, was going on a bike ride. Diane Marie Stewart was coming back from a party. There was Monica Jack, Melanie Carpenter, Madison Scott, Abigail Andrews. The issue expands further across the world. Haley Owens, Jessica Ridgway, Crystal Ann Timich, Sarah Ann Wood, Jennifer Renee Odom, Michaela Garrich, Tara Calico, Michelle Dorr, Sarah Pryor, Krista Harrison. They all deserved to get home.
Do you feel safe getting home alone at night?
No.
No. No. No.
No, not at all.
No, I never really walk alone at night.
No, I don't, because there's a lot of creepy people in North Van and Vancouver.
No. So I always have to walk home with someone or I have to get picked up.
How are you taught to stay safe walking alone at night?
I don't think I've ever been taught. I just kind of know from experience.
I'm taught to make sure that you're always aware of your surroundings, telling people where you are, when you're going to be home.
Making sure that I always have my phone powered up so that I can call somebody if I need to.
And I always have my phone dialed on 911 whenever I'm walking alone, just in case.
I have keys in my hand, which I know is not great, but I have to do that.
And I use water bottles or umbrellas that I have to as a weapon.
If possible, have someone walk me home. And if I ever see someone approaching me on the street, I try and get out of the way.
What would make you feel more safe?
I would probably feel more safe if there was more lights.
More lights on the street.
More lights.
Well-lit streets.
Well-lit streets.
Probably if the area was busier.
And more people out and about at nighttime.
Like shops and places I could go into if anything happens.
Would you go out more if streets were better lit and had better visibility?
Yes, definitely. I'd feel a lot more comfortable. Probably yes, because I feel if there's drivers around, then they can keep an eye on you.
I think so, yeah.
I think a little more, but I don't think a lit street could stop people from just being dangerous or scary.
No. At nighttime, I don't think I would go anywhere. Where are some places in North Van you do or don't feel safe? I feel safe at Lonsdale.
And on Lonsdale?
Lonsdale.
And Lonsdale?
That's a really main street. It's really well lit even at night.
And the sidewalks are really nice. And there are a lot of shops and places I could go into if anything happens.
I feel safe on places like the Boulevard.
I think Grand Boulevard and stuff, now that they've put the lights up there, I do feel safe.
And places I don't feel safe is that strip down St. Andrews, when you go to Lonsdale, that's very dark and not a lot of people go there.
Phibbs is terrifying. It's dark, people there aren't great, and it's scary.
But
More the side streets that don't really have any lighting at all or don't feel safe on those streets.
At night, most places, I don't really feel safe.
But I don't think I would go anywhere alone at night.
If you feel comfortable, can you describe a specific time you felt unsafe?
Like most of the time when I go out at night, I bus home. So like waiting at the bus stop, sometimes there's people that are also waiting at the bus stop that I maybe don't want to be standing next to me. So I think like as a young woman, it happens a lot where you're in public somewhere and somebody doesn't make you feel very comfortable with the things that they're saying and the way they're standing close to you.
I was walking along, and on this street, I go down every single day. This guy came up to me he ran across the other side of the street and asked if I was 18. And I don't know, we're always taught to say like sorry or whatever, so I'm like, sorry, no. But then after that, I just kept running, and that was terrifying. I called my friend. Yeah, it was very scary.
Yeah, I remember like over the summer when I was walking to school, I was just walking across like just normal regular day, and this man like ran across the highway, just like he came right beside me, and I tried to like ignore him. I tried to look the other way, and I like kept walking, and he was still walking right beside me. And finally he asked me if I knew someone, and I said no. And he like asked me again. He was like, "You look very familiar." And I looked at him, I was like, "I don't know you." And he was like, You're cute. Like, what's your name?" And I said, "I'm underage." I like using that term a lot because it usually gets them away, but he looked at me and he said, "That doesn't matter." And I was like, I froze in that moment. I didn't know what to do. And I just looked at him and I said, "Yeah, it does." And I just like sped up and ran away.
The issues women face are deep-rooted and ingrained in our society. And while making the streets safe is just the tip of the iceberg, it's a good place to start.
My name's Mo Bott. I work with the City of North Vancouver as a project manager in our Public Realm Infrastructure Group. Complete streets to me are really a street that serves the most functions for the most people in a way that's equitable and safe for everybody. The feature that we started with was recognizing that we needed to protect those that were sort of most vulnerable. So by lighting the space so that just the community in general can see the space around, I think that also helps improve safety overall.
Like many of the women we've talked to have illustrated, dark streets create a sense of fear and paranoia for them when walking at night. Reliable lighting and clear sight lines on the street naturally create a safer and less vulnerable environment.
The city seems to have recognized that women's safety is a pressing issue, but is yet to act on the matter.
Safety specifically for women is not always something that we necessarily talk about as planners and designers.
This issue has been ignored by governments and municipalities for far too long. Women's safety should be a top priority. The city seems to focus all their efforts towards bike lanes, parking meters, and loitering while ignoring the issues youth care about.
In one way or another, we all use streets. There is a need for transformative policies that are effective and impactful for the community, especially women. This will include more reliable streetlights and better street monitoring. We must establish gender-inclusive built environments to ensure safety throughout communities. A complete street is a safe street.